Hey guys, it's Stacy, Rody here, and I wanted to just jump on and make a little video, something that's been really heavy on my heart for a couple months now, and it's emotional eating and self-sabotage, which are really hard topics to talk about, but I can't seem to get it off my mind. So of course, here I am going live with just some ideas and ways that I can hopefully help you know that number one, you're not alone. Number two, there's someone that believes that you can conquer and get over some of the hurdles that have been placed in your way. And also, just number three, hopefully give you some ideas that I've gotten from other people that I really respect, and I know that they don't deal with it as much as they used to. So today I just want to talk about that, emotional eating, self-sabotage. I'm going to try to make this quick. Thanks for jumping on, you guys. There might be a delay, so give me some hearts. Give me a shout if you can hear me, and I'm just going to dive right into it, okay? So first and foremost, those of you that don't know me, I'm a health and fitness coach. I'm a mom of two. I've been married for 11 years to my amazing husband, and I am obsessed with helping women live their best life now and helping women feel beautiful from the inside out. Hey Kelly, I am a makeup artist, and I am an esthetician, so I am obsessed with spray tanning as well. That's no secret. And I actually sprayed my hands too dark the other day. Don't look. Hey Kelly, thanks for jumping on. You guys, and if you have any questions or thoughts, please post them in the comments. I just want to share my heart, because for me, it's embarrassing for me to say, yeah, I stress eat. Yeah, I do emotional eating sometimes. Yes, I've binged. Yes, I have these things where even though I'm a health and wellness coach and I love fitness, I still fall back to some of my old habits. Now, luckily, like I said, there's ways that I have caught myself, and I'm way better than I was before. But if you can relate, gosh, I won't feel so alone, right? And I don't want you to feel so alone either, because it's always about the progress, not perfection. So just a quick little, I'm just going to kind of run through some things, and quick little rundown on me. When I was in my early 20s, I lived off of sugar. I would get home from work and I would go to fast food. Sometimes I would go to 2 different fast food places. I would hit up Taco Bell and McDonald's because I wanted something from each place. I had worked all day long. I lived by myself, and then I would make sure I had a bag of Sour Patch Kids or Red Vines or something that was chewy in texture so that I could sit at home and watch TV. Because again, I lived by myself. And even though, yeah, I was kind of lost at that, early 20s, they're never easy, right? But I had developed some really bad habits doing that. And growing up, I don't know if you guys kind of picked up, I have a daughter. We pick up things from our moms, right? It didn't dawn on me until recently that I had watched my mom kind of sit in front of the TV at night, and she would find new ways to eat foods that wouldn't be as many calories, but she would still be able to binge on them. So she kind of went through a Jolly Rancher phase, because you can't eat Jolly Ranchers that quickly, right? She would do popcorn. She would do all these different things that weren't as maybe high in calorie, but they were still in excess. She didn't need that food at night. It was a comfort to her. And so that's what I started doing in my 20s. So I don't know if you girls, give me some hearts if you can feel me on this one, okay? So these habits can be hard to break. And here are some ways that I've kind of become more self-aware, because I really feel like, especially as I help other people on their health journey, it makes me become very aware of my own journey. Yeah, the hearts, thank you. So I know, for one, I need to know my trigger points. So if I get off of a really hard phone call, or if I've had something at work that makes me feel kind of defeated, I have to know that that's going to be a trigger point for me. And when I hang up the phone, or when I'm sitting in front of my computer doing something that I don't necessarily want to be doing, and I just want to munch and munch and munch, I need to know, okay, Stace, this is your trigger point. This is where you're going to go to food because it's comfortable for you. Let's find something else. Let's change your state, like Tony Robbins says. Let's play a song, like your favorite song. Let's do some dancing. Let's find a transitional food that's not going to be as harmful as, I just don't keep Sour Patch Kids in my house anymore. I actually broke up with them. I broke up with fast food. I had to distance myself because they were not good. Hey, they were not good in my life. I couldn't have them because I abused them for too long and it just wasn't a healthy relationship. Do you know what I'm saying here? And so I have found other healthier ways to maybe get some healthy fats with cocoa powder. I have these macaroons that I can make and that I can buy at the store. Those are my go-to treats. Yes, I do have chocolates from the store. Yes, I do. You know, we'll have s'mores in the summer. Like I still have sugar. I still have treats, but I don't keep the stuff where I used to do a whole bag of gummy bears in one day. I don't keep gummy bears in the house anymore because I knew they were my weakness. Some of you, it might be peanut butter. I don't know. But just know that if you can find transitional foods that taste as good to you, but that still feel like a treat, then yes, you can kind of tweak it a little bit so it's not such a harsh food for your system, and you don't want to eat as much of it as the foods that maybe you used to eat, where you would eat a big portion, right? So the evils are not as evil as they used to be, I guess you could say. So I know my trigger points. I really try to be self-aware. I try to be wise with it. I also try to at nighttime. For a while, I would just want to eat at night. And so I started, my hair's going crazy, I started pretending like there was caution tape on my refrigerator to where I couldn't go to the fridge or over the pantry. So pretend like there's caution tape over your refrigerator and your pantry after like 7 or 8 p.m. Because then you're gonna, in your mind, you're like, okay, the kitchen's closed. I can't go in there, you know, and you're gonna be able to, you know, not crave it as much. You have to break the habits, and you have to do that by taking action and not walking into the kitchen and opening the fridge mindlessly and grabbing something out of it. You have to be intentional with your actions. Cocoa powder is a carb. Yeah. You know what? It's also has antioxidants in it too, and it's a superfood if you buy the right kind. And yeah, of course, please do a blog on it. I love it, Kelly. Yes, yes. So here's another fun thing I was thinking about. If any of you have done Insanity Max 30, it's a Shanti program. And just go with me here if you haven't done it. There's a concept in this workout that it's a 30-minute workout, and if you max out, like say you're just out of breath, you can't do one more rep, that's your max out time. So to get better and have progress in the program, you go and you write your max out time on the on your whiteboard or on your piece of paper or wherever you have in your workout room. And the goal is to go longer the next time, right? So you're timing yourself and you're tracking it. And so if you are having a really cruddy day and you're like, listen, I'm going to eat some tortilla chips, okay? Because nobody's stopping me from eating some tortilla chips right now because today has been sucky. So have a max out time. Instead of eating 30 tortilla chips, max out at 15 and get better on it, because whatever we track and whatever we measure, we can improve upon. And I think that is such a good way to do it. So also, guys, if you have had a bad day, if you were like, dang, I didn't work out and I sucked at my nutrition, and I did go to fast food, or I did overindulge on Mexican food, and I feel like I want to die, and you're so mad at yourself, know that you can absorb that failure. Don't let, we have a saying in our private accountability groups, and it's like, if you get one flat tire, are you going to go slash your other 3 tires? No, you're not going to. You're going to change the tire and you're going to keep going down the road, right? And so know that you can absorb that failure. You can be kind to yourself. You can be like, it's all right. We didn't do what we wanted to do, but we're going to move forward and we're going to do better next time. And of course, you're talking to yourself here, right? So don't complain about it. Don't tell yourself that you're never going to change, because you will change. You just have to keep telling yourself that you will be able to change. So, you know, go back to your why. Like if you're really struggling, yeah. And if you bite it, write it. Oh, I love that, Kelly. That's so awesome. Yep. You got to wean from the crap. You got to get on some better crap. You got to get some better foods. So I like to think about when if I'm on a bad path with my nutrition, I really have to go back to my why. Why do I want to have better nutrition? Why do I want my kids to have better nutrition? You know, my daughter is 6, and when I think about when she's going to be moving out of the house, I've already lived a third of my life with her. What is she watching me do? And when you really think about, I mean, I think just being a parent provides so much awesome motivation. Can I just get like a shout out for that? Because kids motivate us. And so if you're not a parent, find something that motivates you. Maybe you want to be super fit in your 80s, but the actions that you're taking now is not letting you do that. You need to know the compounding effect of what you're doing, who's watching you, that can fuel your fire to help you be better, because we are wanting to leave a legacy, and we don't want to teach our kids bad habits. And I sit on the couch every night at 8 o'clock and I start eating something and I turn on the TV and I like check out for the day. I don't want my kids to see that growing up. That's not what I want them to know, to remember about me, and to have actions that they'll have to fight when they're older. I want to give them the upper edge, right? So go back to your why. Get mad about it. If you have a bad day, get stinking mad and use the anger to tell yourself, okay, I refuse to do that again. I refuse to go back to the place where I fall into one bad day of eating turns into a month bad of eating, right? So we need to make sure that if it happens one day, we're just going to pick up, we're going to start fresh. And remember that every day comes with a fresh start and a new start. There is a quote from a person that I love following, and it just says, the pain, and it was for his own testimony. It was like, the pain is so great that you just can't take it anymore. And that's kind of where I came to. I was like, I feel so miserable that I can't take it anymore, and I need to change. So channel that pain, channel that anger, and then, use accountability. So we have a private online group where we get to, say, and I probably don't tell the girls enough, like, hey, I ate this today and I feel kind of crappy. I feel so full. I went over on my portions and now I'm paying for it. Whatever, like, your workout's going to be terrible the next day if you have overindulged on food that is harmful to your body. You're not going to be able to work out 6 days a week like we have on our calendars, or 3 days a week. You're going to feel it in your workout the next day. So the workouts really help with that too. But get some accountability. Get a plan. Get someone who has your back. I am a personal coach to all of my clients. They can come to me 24/7 and share things with me and message me, and we can write in the group where there's a bunch of us women just trying to be better versions of ourselves. I think that is so cool. I never had accountability before I was a coach. And so to have that is like, I would pay so much for it, and it's free to me, and I actually get to earn an income because I get to be there for other people, and it's the best thing in the world. So, okay, here's a couple little things that, some little tips, and then I'll be done. But like I said, put something up in your kitchen where you feel like kitchen is closed. Pantry is closed. Don't have the stuff in your house. I don't even put it in my grocery cart because, listen, if you're going to have a love affair with something like some ice cream or some Girl Scout cookies, okay, and this is my hand, like, bye Felicia, don't even bring it in your house, because you will have a love affair with it in the corner when no one's looking, and you're going to regret it. So I try not to bring, unless I'm on vacation or unless it is my one day where I'm like, I'm just going to have some fun stuff, and then I know tomorrow I've got my plan. I know what workout I'm doing. I know that I'll be able to get through my workout with what I've ingested today, because let's be honest, like, if you're jumping, you've had like a whole pizza the night before, that's going to be a bad workout. So I always plan and think, and I hate feeling deprived. I don't know about you guys, but if someone wants to take something away from me and tells me that I cannot have it, I freak out and I want to shove it all in my mouth. I like to live a balanced lifestyle. I do not like to go all or nothing. It is not my personality. It doesn't work for me. Anytime I feel deprived, I go crazy, and then I will binge and I will eat more of something because I just feel out of control. Like, I don't have control over it because I'm not supposed to have it. So learning how to eat clean foods and make healthy desserts, find healthy desserts, read labels, limit your sugars, doing all of those things lets you live that lifestyle of 80-20. 80% of the time, I know that I am making most of my own food and I know what's in it. And then 20% of the time, sure, I can have whatever I want to have. And that makes me feel like I'm living my life. And I want you guys to feel like you're living your life when it comes to nutrition. So I hope that gives you some insight into what I do so that you feel like you can do it too. And then also, another thing that I do, that this for me has probably been the most helpful, because I am, again, being self-aware. So what I do is oh, the 2-bite rule, Kelly. Yeah, I know, that's the truth. If you really can just get that taste in your mouth. And I remember reading a magazine where a celebrity was talking about that. And she's like, I eat whatever I want, but I only eat like 2 bites of it. And I was like, oh, you look so good. No wonder you don't eat the whole thing. Duh. I guess I don't need to eat the whole thing either, right? Like, you don't need the entire maple bar. I'm gluten-free, so I don't have to be, I used to eat donuts a lot. And then I bought gluten-free donuts and those didn't taste as good. So let's just say my love affair with maple bars is now over. But yeah, maybe it was Oprah. I don't know. I just remember thinking that was the best thing. So this is what works for me. I don't know, Kelly or Andrea, if you guys have tried this, but when I go into the kitchen or I go to the grocery store, I'm somewhere where I'm tempted, where I'm like, dang, I really just want to eat this right now, like so bad. You know, you have that feeling, or you're like, I just want to drink the entire bottle of wine so bad, you know? I always say to myself, okay, Stacy, does this action that you're about to take line up with your goals? And you have to think about what's coming. Do you have a trip coming up? Are you going to see some of your friends that you want to really feel good about yourself when you see them? Or, you know, whatever it looks like, you need to make sure that your actions are lining up with your goals. And I don't know why that means so much to me. It's helped me a lot, because the other night I got off of a team call and I was like, ooh, it's 9 o'clock. I could really go for some of this right now. And whatever, I can't even remember what it was. I think I was just going to eat some cheese or something like that. And I hadn't eaten in like an hour and a half. And you're not supposed to eat 2 hours before bed anyway. And so I just said, no, drink your apple cider vinegar water and go to bed, you know, because I had still some in my cup, or have a glass of water and go to bed. And I did. And I felt really amazing when I woke up, because when you eat late at night, guys, like I did this for way too long. I would eat until like 11 o'clock at night, and then I'd wake up feeling very sluggish. I was very irregular, and you guys know, like, you just don't have energy because your body needs time to repair itself and heal, so we don't have as many wrinkles, and, you know, repair while it sleeps, not sit there with food and trying to digest while you're sleeping, right? So any other tips that you guys use before I jump off? That's all I got. This is a really sensitive subject for me, because I don't want to say anything that I know we all have issues from growing up, or people have shamed us because either we're too skinny or we're too big, or we this or we that. And sometimes we even get afraid to eat in public because of something that someone has said to us, right? I mean, there's a lot of emotional things that come between us and our food. And I just encourage you to read the labels, listen to your body. Don't do a diet like to the T just because maybe it worked for someone else. Think about what makes you feel your best, what makes sense to you, and really be in tune with your relationship with food. And use some common sense. We know McDonald's is not food. So common sense says, don't eat that, right? So whatever that looks like for you, I just encourage you, because you're going to feel so much better about yourself. And once you walk through some of those obstacles, and once you become more self-aware, even when it's hard to think about why you do certain things, you'll feel way more energized and way more confident once you do. So I'm going to stop preaching, okay? All right. Yeah, late night eating means potentially less wrinkles. Yes, because our body needs time to go. Like I've heard, and there's podcasts. So if you go to the Shalene show and you listen to her podcast on sleep, Kelly, you can learn a lot about the best hours for sleep. I've heard it's from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's when the body repairs itself. And just the more you know, the better you do. And I know that's so cliche, but that's what Shalene talks about in her podcast. So the Shalene show, you probably already have it on your phone. But when I learn stuff, I go, oh, well, that makes it way easier not to do, because I know why I'm not doing it. It's like explaining to our kids, you know, like, don't do that, or don't be loud, or don't do this. And they're like, yeah, whatever. I don't even know why you're telling me. But explaining it to them and being like, the reason why mommy doesn't want you to do this is because this, and this. And they'll be like, oh, okay, I kind of understand it more. It's the same with us. We're just big kids, you know? So we just need things, we just need to research a little bit and find, again, we want to live our best lives now, and we're not getting any younger, and I'm not about to go down, all right? I'm not about to get all stiff and old. Tony Horton, he is like he's like, I don't know, in his late 50s, and he always says aging is for idiots, and I know that sounds really silly, but I think to myself, I want to be that 80-year-old on the ski bus, right? Like, Kelly, we're going to be those 80-year-olds. I mean, maybe we're not going to be skiers, but we're going to be able to give our grandkids piggyback rides, and we're going to be able to take care of ourselves and show them that we can have energy in our bodies and we can take control of our health. Here I am preaching again. But this is really this is what gets me passionate and why I do what I do, because my workout this morning that I did was dedicated to my 60s, to my 70s, and to my 80s, because I am almost 40 and time is flying by, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, so thank you for jumping on, and yeah, no wrinkles. That's what we need. Have a good day, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.